near the top of the leaderboard early on. And while they didn't come out on top of many of them, they definitely made it more competitive than a lot of people think. So I think everyone's pretty confident here in picking North Carolina Charlotte here, but one never knows. Today could be Kennesaw State's day, but it is not going to start off that way as Dewis will turn one in from the right-hand side.
Drip splash off the touch here from Dewis, finding that angle off the diamond. Almost got a piece of it from the defense of Kennesaw State, but just not enough. So we start things off here. Early goal for UNC Charlotte. This is a team that has definitely had a lot of high expectations earlier on in the season, and they want to kind of live up to those, but it does come down to, again, having that solid foundation for UNC Charlotte. They have to try to find that way back. So for this one, they don't want to lose this one, but meanwhile, Carter almost found a nice angle off that back wall.
He really had Dewis tied in knots in the net as well. I thought Carter was going to get that one, but unfortunately lost his trajectory right at the end when he was going for that double tap. Tough break, would have been a great equalizer.
So Kennesaw State are going to want to battle back here, but Daffy's up quick. That one is a strong beat. Dewis will try to play that one. Double tap off the sidewall. Gets it midfield. Alpha's up early too. Gets that one straight down, but no one there for the follow-up. A lot of aggressive play from UNC Charlotte to start things off here. They still maintain just a one-goal lead though.
Yeah, North Carolina Charlotte definitely willing to go and dive for some things that may seem just a little too far out of reach, but more often than not, they've come down with the touches when it matters. And Tyro able to stall out one transition, but will trade it out for another. And here they come one more time.
Well, Daffy plays the 50 in the midfield, but Tyro pass to Carter. This could be a breakaway. Has to get past Alpha, and boy, does he. Forceful push from Carter.
Carter, what a turnaround here. Tyro gets a great lead, and Alpha Giddy knows he is going to be in trouble here. Thought about going for the challenge, decided to take his chances on the goal line, hit the brakes a little hard, and didn't have the momentum to cover that tiny gap he left.
A smart play on Carter as well, as he was able to get a nice touch. He passed it into the defender, forcing a reaction because he knew the ball was going right back towards him anyway. That's smart play there. Definitely, the mind games that Achieves likes so much. Oh, man. Kennesaw State, though, able to equalize here. UNC Charlotte not necessarily starting things off as on the easy foot here. Dewis will try to play this one in. It's in the box, and Tyro will hit this into the corner. There's Daffy. Pass, but Dewis will take a slow shot. Carter with a good save, and Alpha Giddy will just keep this in play. Very methodical play here from UNC Charlotte, but they got to be a little bit careful. They're extending on offense a lot, and they could get beat on another counterattack here. We know Kennesaw State likes to use that to their advantage. Oh, that one almost slipped through. Good touch from Alpha Giddy.
Makes you catch your breath a little. That's a big demo in the midfield. Carter is going to be able to make it in time and gives his own team a bit of a scare as Alpha Giddy catches the rebound. Moonshine's going to fire one out into the corner. And North Carolina Charlotte almost have a counterattack of their own.
Counterattacks back and forth. Ball in front of that box there, but not too much danger as Kennesaw State are able to recover here. Honestly, they've gotten a lot of control so far in this game. UNC Charlotte starting to look a little bit shaky as still have 2 minutes left of gameplay. Carter takes a shot and it goes in. Kennesaw State with the lead.
You could feel a little bit of something starting with that ball tipped straight up, and Daffy left it for Alpha Giddy. I mean, obviously Daffy knows his teammates behind him, and Daffy doesn't have a good look at that ball, but he was definitely the one closest and had to be the guy to stop the offense from getting to that ball first. It was just going to take too much time for the defense to really get set there, and trying to make sure that he doesn't get in his teammates' way, ends up conceding a goal.
So now, UNC Charlotte, they're going to have to battle back here with a minute 40. Still a lot of time in gameplay for them, though. Demo comes through. Alpha Giddy can't beat Carter. Carter has been stepping up here. A lot of good touches in defense, midfield, and of course, scoring the only 2 goals for his team. Been consistent when needed, and I think that's definitely big As UNC Charlotte, they look to punish those mistakes, but they're making a bunch of mistakes on their own there. Geez, gotta hit that.
Not the prettiest approach from Dewis, to be sure, but Carter actually nice enough to give him the ball right back. Cuts through one, loses control. Alpha Giddy does not go for the pass. Can't really get enough on it to get it out into the middle. Daffy makes sure it gets into a decent enough spot, and that's a big touch from Tyro out to open space.
Alpha Giddy
he
testing. That was close. I was really confused whether or not that would go straight in.
Yeah, because Carter pulled off that ball because he thought his teammate had it. And as soon as he saw him miss it, he had to drive back up the wall. I wasn't sure if he had the time.
Speaking of time is ticking down for UNC Charlotte. Down by 1 with 30 seconds. They got to make something happen here. Demo. Alpha Giddy. Carter's there. Gonna keep this one downfield. Dewis, that's not the best clear. Struggles. Daffy uses a lot of boost to help out the save. This is not where you want to be, and UNC Charlotte struggling.
Ooh, big lead.
Just touch the ball. That clear goes in front. Daffy, is gonna send it straight to Carter. Moonshine just wants to knock it away. Final few seconds.
Bang.
Maybe, yes! Bang goes the ball. Tyro, I think he's gonna close this one out for Kennesaw State.
Tyro makes a great read on that touch off of his teammate. Bounced hard off the wall, understood exactly where that one was headed. I don't think he was really concerned about where to place it, just rocking one on target, happened to beat the defense, and that it will indeed secure game one for Kennesaw State, and well played to him. You pointed it out there in the middle of that game that, you know, the 49ers of North Carolina Charlotte really kind of starting to struggle with getting quality touches on their own half, and that really threw a big wrench into their ability to hang onto the ball and really generate scoring opportunities. I think early on in the game, UNCC looked pretty great with some good opportunities thrown into the midfield, but they were coming at kind of odd angles, and I don't think they were really quite ready for it. So couldn't really capitalize on a couple of nice touches, and then ended up kind of beating themselves on the defensive front later on.
Yeah, you know, part of me thinks it has to do with that want to just run up the scoreboard and play that super aggressive offense that we started to see early on in the game. Just felt like UNC Charlotte playing so far forward, but Kennesaw State on the counterattack. Keep an eye out for that. That's how they scored a couple of their goals, and it does seem like they're starting to get confidence too in front of the ball. We're seeing Alpha Giddy set that up. Dewis won't be able to get there in time. Daffy might have. No. We'll hit that off the back wall, and Carter will be able to clear it out. So UNC Charlotte already starting things off on the offense here. But failure to come up, so just a kind of a back and forth here as game two gets underway.
And a nice early couple of chances for North Carolina Charlotte. This time Daffy and Alpha Giddy will double commit. Just try and take that off his nose, and things getting a little squirrely. That's a big block from Carter. He had a big game one, and he's looking to set up another great pass. Tyro turned to ash, though. Huge demo from Dewis.
Now looking at this, Dewis will actually take a pass from Alpha Giddy off his own backboard. They send it straight to Carter, who had a really impressive game one. But Dewis will put on a shot. Moonshine comes up to make a stop there. UNC Charlotte may try again. Dewis can't get to the ball in time, so the clear will go to Tyro, who's going to push this downfield, at least to midfield, before facing a challenge. Kennesaw State have started things off, for the most part, on defense. They haven't necessarily been able to set up too many offensive opportunities. No shots on the board, but Dewis, he'll pick up a goal off his second. That's going to be big for UNC Charlotte.
Wasn't sure if this one was going to be able to get there. You know, you're thinking Daffy's got to be the one to squeeze that one in, but Dewis, he's playing all the way over on the right side of that net instead of playing the bounce off the wall or anything else. In the right place at the right time, and they get themselves on the board. And I think it's really big that North Carolina Charlotte score first there, because they have definitely put together a nice couple of looks on target, and it's got to feel good to get one in.
It does, but wait, not if you let one go. Moonshine will pick up a quick equalizer. I mean, this one happened immediately off the kickoff.
Yeah, tragic. Daffy, I think, just coming in at such an awkward angle to try and defend the near post. And then that ball's just over his head before he knows it. Just makes a misread there. Lets one go for free, and Moonshine with a chance for two, and he'll get it. Moonshine. Oh, my goodness.
Look at this one. Kickoff Look at the cheat. Dewis, he didn't stand a chance. Moonshine, so much faith in his teammates' ability to kill the ball that he goes full speed ahead. Pays off big there for Kennesaw State. 2 back-to-back goals to give them the lead.
It was that gentle touch, too. He really didn't even hit it that hard. Very controlled to make sure he beat the defender. And Moonshine will demo Dewis as the option in the midfield. And 49ers not really going to have anybody in position to be able to score it right back.
Daffy with a whip there, and Alpha Giddy will clear it to midfield. It gets right back in off of a quick pass play from Kennesaw State. They're up by 1 now, and UNC Charlotte, the team that most of us are actually, I think this was the only matchup that we've predicted UNC Charlotte to win. And meanwhile, they're getting pass played on like Carter. He has so much free space. Looking at Tyro, he comes up as well. So much pressure, but you got to pay attention to how things change from the opening of this game achieves. So much offense was on the side of UNC Charlotte, and now it's completely flipped here.
And the thing is it's looking real good from Kennesaw State, too. I mean, North Carolina Charlotte getting the good pass plays, but nobody quite in position to really take advantage of them. And you look over on the Owls side of things, and they're firing them right at their teammates' nose and putting some scary ones on the board. Daffy just kisses this ball, and it falls under the defender, even though he was right on top of it.
And, I mean, Daffy, a lot of confidence on the read, a solid touch. Tyro, did you see that?
He flipped the wrong way.
Yeah, the ball was delivered directly towards Tyro, but Tyro, the panic dodge came out, and he ended up pushing himself out of the way of the ball. That's unfortunate. But wait, what is happening here? No way. That was insane.
Some weird defense coming through, and Dewis comes up empty as well, and Moonshine tries to stuff it right through him, and oh my goodness, they need a moment to breathe and collect their thoughts here on defense for the 49ers. It is dicey.
So do I at this point. This is wild. A double commit for UNC Charlotte in front of their own goal line to bounce it off their crossbar to get a save. The shots from Kennesaw State are just barely missing the mark. A lot just happened there. But regardless, a goal was not scored. So we're going to go, again, tied up here. Both teams are going to fight for some possession, but definitely a breather needed there in that quick moment, as that could have gone horrible for either side at almost either moment.
Ooh. Daffy had a chance there, I think, to really secure possession, but he caught the ball a little heavy, and it's allowed UNCC a little bit of extra time there, actually, because nobody from Kennesaw State was there to go up there and challenge that ball. I thought for sure they were going to be on offense for a little bit here.
Okay, good pass out. Alpha Giddy tries to take this one. Offensive possession been a big key factor, and trying to cover up for each other is something that has been telling on both ends there. This one's been a slew of great offensive strides, but also some very outlandish mistakes.
That's a good way to put it.
So there's still 20 seconds left in gameplay. Right now, series lead going to Kennesaw State.
Oh,
wait a second, Tyro! Oh, you can't give him that space in the air because he's going to put it in.
A brilliant shot, Moonshine, a huge challenge. Dewis was thinking his teammate was going to win that ball, started turning forward. It got popped over his head and off the wall, and he didn't have the time to react. Ball is smashed into the goal, and Tyro delivers a big one.
Clutch goal. Maybe the one that puts this series on match point. 8 seconds left. Moonshine in the air. Alpha Giddy whiff on the ball. Daffy comes up. We'll have to go on the big drive. Ball on the hood. Flick. Almost got it, but Carter stops that chance. Kennesaw State are up 2-0 in the series.
I gotta say, I love Daffy's commitment to that dribble. I know it didn't work out for him, but he even gave it a little bit of hesitation before going for the flick, and that is big props to Kennesaw State on defense right there to stop that one. Thought for sure he was either going to get 45 degreed into oblivion or the sick pass across to his teammate who was right there. But Kennesaw State, big 2-0 in the series, huge win for them. And North Carolina, Charlotte, kind of scratching their heads here.
No They're not the only people scratching their head. I'll tell you that much for sure. I think everybody on the desk is also scratching their heads as well. Look at this. Unbelievable. UNC Charlotte have to reverse sweep Kennesaw State. We'll see if they have what it takes. As Kennesaw State, I mean, they are looking good. Ball floating around. Dewis will get there. Carter pops that high. Daffy will leave it for Alphagiddy. He was on the Finnick earlier, swap to the Octane. Tyro was up, but defense was there from Dewis, able to get that block out in time.
Oh man, and these are some scary touches from Kennesaw State, consistently going towards that UNC backboard. Unfortunately, they get a little bit too involved in it. Daffy has a chance, kind of flips it, still gets it there for Dewis, and it's off the backboard. Tyro had just enough time to make it back, and it's tipped off the wheels. Tyro makes a second clear, and Kennesaw State will scrape that one off the goal line.
Very close chance. Daffy, he'll get beat out. UNC Charlotte definitely on the offensive stride there, but the defense was just in time for Kennesaw State. Now here's Moonshine. Play this across. Tyro waiting. Everyone's stepping up here for this Kennesaw State squad, and they've been playing out of their minds, so to speak. And they look to continue to do so as Moonshine will pick up the corner boost. Has Daffy looking for the demo. Pass all the way across. That's hard. I don't think anybody was there. Carter off the back wall, and they'll come up empty. Tyro went for the commit, but the defense from UNC Charlotte holding on.
Man, and they are picking on this North Carolina Charlotte backboard. No one up there to defend these strong touches that are headed up that way, as Dewis kind of forced to try and find open ground, as Daffy once again in control in his own half.
Oh, look at this. Flip reset? Oh, nope.
He's
not
close.
able to. Alphagiddy trying to play it forward. How do I feel? I mean, Daffy definitely shown that he can make those standout plays and those solo plays like that. But UNC Charlotte getting that comfortable on offense, especially seeing how this series is gone. I was going to say weird. That being said, Carter missed his shot. Had a lot of time there in front. Tyro will try to push this one through as well. Carter went for a demo, but no. UNC Charlotte will remain vigilant and kind of hang out here on defense. Tie it up here as we approach the halfway point.
And look at that, another one towards the backboard. Alphagiddy's just got to hope, and indeed he can't make the read. Moonshine's going to eat it up and turn in another goal.
Yeah, this one from Moonshine. Carter didn't even touch this, even though he was all the way up. And no one expected that one to go straight down on the defense. Just didn't get a piece of it.
It's tough. They've been getting their backboard picked on all game. North Carolina Charlotte need to make an adjustment somewhere in how they rotate back on defense, because they have not had any semblance of the offense that they at least showed some signs of life on in games 1 and 2.
It does seem like their offense is not all there. Everyone doesn't seem like they're on the same page. You have Daffy, who can make some great solo plays. You have Dewis, who's kind of waiting for a pass. Some things just aren't clicking here for this UNC Charlotte squad.
Yeah, I agreed. I think Daffy's execution has been off just a little bit on some key moments. And that's a nice read from Carter. Going to cut that pass off and force more wasted time off the clock.
So at this point, the clock is completely against UNC Charlotte. Down by 1. Looking to get swept at this point, and oh
Boom.
My, open net, and Moonshine won't miss that opportunity any day of the week.
I mean, it's really kind of just popping it off his backboard there, and Carter says, cool, no one's here. Let's just put it right back down for him, and talk about putting it on a dime. That was right on his nose. Didn't have to hit the brakes, didn't need to make an adjustment. Flip into it, smash it home.
Kick off, and Daffy will try to pick it up. The amount of space that we're seeing given here to Kennesaw State, I mean, what a way to get their first win if they come out with this performance, right? A sweep for a victory here. We'll see if they can hold on to a 2-goal lead. A minute left. UNC Charlotte pushing downfield. They need something here quickly. Small shot from Alphagiddy, but will be saved out. Now Moonshine off the save, coming downfield. Carter
yep.
shot, bang! And I think that might have secured the series, Chiefs.
Carter could see this one coming a mile away. Dewis, he knows he's got to defend that backboard, but unfortunately, this is the one time where the ball is going to take a quick detour and roll around the corner, and that is always a difficult one to handle. When that ball is rolling around, takes that little hop right as the wall turns, and it goes over your shoulder, and you got to keep control of it. Dewis, you really needed to be perfect to pull that one off, and just such a high degree of difficulty, and he lost command of it. Carter read it all the way, and I think you're right. 3-0 looking pretty good as Daffy looks to turn in another one, and again catches it just a little heavy, and Carter takes it away.
Carter has been the player to look out for. Moonshine definitely stepping up here, though, in Game 3. And Tyro going for the double. That was the second one in a row in the past 30 seconds or so. He wanted to get on the highlight package, but will not be able to, at least not with that goal. Final few seconds, but this one is all but over. He'll pick up one for the road as Tyro. But this series, Kennesaw State comes out and stuns UNC Charlotte with a sweep.
Yeah, what a way to get your first win on the season. I mean, North Carolina Charlotte here, definitely expecting a lot more for them, but they got tied in knots from the Owls here, chewed up and spit out. A brilliant series from Moonshine, Carter, and Tyro. A well-deserved win. And North Carolina Charlotte, they are going to be disappointed with how they played tonight, I think.
Yeah, I think so. That's definitely something that you got to, one, turn off your phone. Get off the socials for. That's, you never want to be that one team that gives the team that hasn't won yet their first win, especially not with a sweep here. So that's one thing. But also, I feel like this is where you go back to the drawing board. Okay, what happened? Let's figure it out. Let's come back stronger next week. The season's not over for them by any stretch of the margin. But you don't want to continue to have that performance moving on. This is where you get that big sign that says, okay, let's chill out, and then let's look at the tape, and then let's regain.
It could be the start of something beautiful for the Owls as well. Kennesaw State picking up their first win, and that could be the start of the push back to make a run for top 8 potentially. So we'll see how their season turns around. This big win here.
Yeah, a big win for Kennesaw State. And like you said, it is the start of something for either of these squads, whether it's a regain or whether it's Kennesaw State's journey forward. It's also the start of our stream, so welcome. We still have 4 more matches today, and so stay tuned. We still have more CRL on the way. Daffy, is going to send it straight to Carter. Moonshine just wants to knock it away. Final few seconds. Bang. Maybe, yes! Bang goes the ball. Tyro, I think he's going to close this one out for Kennesaw State.
Tyro makes a great read on that touch off of his teammate. Bounced hard off the wall. Understood exactly where that one was headed. Read there. Lets one go for free. And Moonshine with a chance for 2, and he'll get it. Moonshine. Oh, my goodness.
Look at this one. Kickoff. Look at the cheat. Dewis instead a chance. Moonshine, so much faith in his teammates' ability that there's still 20 seconds left in gameplay. Right now, series lead going to Kennesaw State.
Oh, Dewis.
Tyro. Oh, you can't give him that space in the air because he's going to put it in.
A brilliant shot. Moonshine, a huge challenge. Dewis was thinking his teammate was going to win that ball. Started turning forward. It got popped over his head and off.
Now Moonshine off the save, coming downfield. Carter shot, bang! And I think that might have secured the series, Chiefs.
Carter could see this one coming a mile away. Dewis, he knows he's got to defend that backboard, but unfortunately, this is the one time where the ball is going to take a quick detour.